Right from Pahrump Nugget here for the title match of today's JBT event. Both divisions at once. On the left, that's 14-year-old Jana Lilly. She's playing for the handicap title against not 14-year-old Brendan Boberski. She's getting a ton of pins, 72. And that's a third frame shot for her. On the right is a very much a clash of the titans today, as that guy, Gage Baker, and Gavin Fernandez, that guy, have been by far the 1-2 mowers today, with Gavin as the top seed. Gavin already won the U17 match, so looking to make it a clean sweep here in the title game against Gage, who just shot 267 on this pair, but first really bad shot on the step ladder for Gage gives him an open third frame and gives an opening to Fernandez. Gage had 7 games over 200, plus the 8th game on the step ladder. Gavin had 7 games over 200 with a high of 290. As Bobo trips that 6-pin, he needs to make up a bunch of pins. That 72 difference, front 3 is a great way to do that. He was the runner-up yesterday, looking to avenge that by just 1 spot today. When Gavin finds his look, he can strike with the best on tour. He can just strike for days. And he obviously found his look today, going plus 275 for 5. There it is, 275 for 5, following up those semifinal scores. And spare double to open things up. Meanwhile, Jana gets just what she needed there. Needed Brendan to slow down a bit, and that 3, 6, 7, 9 will do just that. Story everybody around here knows. Brendan was a right-hand scratch bowler his whole life. His right arm is completely messed up, is the technical medical term for it. So he practiced lefty over the summer. He's just been getting better and better and better all year long. It's the standard way how you win handicap events or a handicap tournament series, but a very unstandard way of how he got there. Gage, I keep panning up to get all of Gage on cameras. He grows, I think, an inch overnight. Slams that ball in the 1-3. Trails by way. Big thanks to this guy who's going to go take a long nap. Sean and his team did a great job of having us. We'll be back again, I'm sure.
Let me know.
Appreciate it, boss. Good shot from Jana there. She just wants to leave makeables and then hopefully make them just a 118 average entering today, or 110 average entering today. Blasted up at plus 246. 166 in qualifying, 246 overall. Taking advantage of this chromium pattern. 6-1 is nothing for these guys. Gage needs to get back in, and hasn't. I really don't think the lanes changed too much on it. I think it just grabbed a bit there in that 4-6 in the third. Of course, this is also a vicious SoCal battle, as this guy's a dedicated Padre and Charger fan, and Gage and Shannon are definitely not.
Let's go Niners.
NorCal is unaffected. Nice job at the spare from Lily. Pinch right at target the whole way. Does not trip the 6 out that time. So that was a nice big lead if you get there. Jana and her sister, well, her sister bowls more than Jana. Dad earlier saying, wow, they won't, just a wonder, they won't make the cut. Nervous dad, here she is. His daughter bowling for all the marbles. Decent shot. She just wants to leave those makeables. Trails by 32, but gets 72, so still in good shape. It's been rarely a problem for Gabo. This is the last regular season weekend in Mojave's. Feels like, February, March, the season's going to take forever, then all of a sudden, things get compact really quick. That ball's got a hold. Nope. Miss there. It's an opportunity for Brendan. Brendan, always the gentleman, lost to Bellabunde yesterday. She played her first win. not to happen within 21 hours of each other. Different way to leave a 6-pin that time. He got that ball further out, and that ball checked just an inch earlier than he intended to. Result the same as 6-pin. Result the same 10 back for Wowerski. 4 out of 5 excellent shots. It's just athletic talent when you can get that good that fast left-handed. He started lefty scratch in Desert Open, got his horse blown off in that tournament, said, I think I need to try some handicap events. It's just been improving and improving. Gage already at 13 career titles. Asterisk. Oh, it's a huge 6-8 trip for Brendan. The asterisk active title leader is Elias O'Halloran, who just became a national champion yesterday at 23, but he's off bowling college most of the time. The week-to-week active leader is Brandon Rother, sitting at 19. Brandon and Gage are engaged in a great all-conference points race battle. They're kind of splitting the conferences. Gage has it in Arizona, etc., etc. That's a good ball. It's tougher to tell at that slower ball speed. A ball that looks good becomes less good by the time it's in. Someone behind me was very upset about that. Oh, Ethan can't stand it. That's a couple times Gage has slid a pin at least a foot on that pin deck. The oil will get down into the pin deck sometimes. I don't think the fact that they're twister pins has much to do with it, but he slid a 4-9. One of those pins a good 2 feet across the deck. It fell also. That's a 4-bagger for Gage, and he's right back in this match, trails by only 2 pins. Figured this would be a good one. 2 bowled so well all day long. The pattern looks like it's held up pretty well, but. 6-pin, 6-pin, 6-8 for Gavin. Whereas I still believe Gage missed on that 4-6. Gavin might be time for him to make a little bit of a move here. Obviously way less traffic on the left side. And, 3 shots with the same result should throw a red light up there. Let's see if he can convert this. Close. No, don't get over there. Real tough split this time for Jana. She's going to get the 2. That's the right way to do it. 86 through 7, which is roughly on her average pace. But her problem right now, again, she's got a Brendan problem. Bob at his 190 average has made up most of those 70 pins. Double working in the 7th. I think he wants it, guys. He's a sportsmanship award winner. He's the nicest guy out there, but when you're on the lanes, it's time to compete. And he is feeling it right now. Talk about competitor, that's Gavin too. When things go his way, he'll get that big kahuna reaction he loves to do sometimes. But he knows he has returned the opportunity for Gage's 3rd with Gavin's 7th. And this is Baker's match to take it away now. Little angular on that one. He'll break out his trusty spare tire ball, which is trying to last the whole season. The finger casings are starting to come out, and he says, darn it, that's helped me get to this spot. He's going to get every last shot out of that ball he possibly can. Goes much straighter and covers up 4-7-8. Make it a 5-bagger for Baker and make it a 111 pin. No, more than that, a 22 pin lead for the kid who's going to have a birthday this week. I wonder what it's like to buy slacks for Gage. You know, they'd be tripping over his soles, and then by the end of the week, you see a bunch of sock ankle level. Ah, yes. The only pin he was watching there was the 10 pin. It slaps itself out. Yes from Baker. A 6-bagger and a big lead forces Fernandez into must-strike scenario the rest of the way. He can still go out for 235. Gage with 9 spare strike for 236. So anybody's game still if Fernandez can at least get this hit in the 9th and the 1st and the 10th. Yes, sir. No reaction there. It's just a prelude to what he must have to do there. Meanwhile, Lily comes up with her best shot of the title match, gets a strike in the 8th. Can she consolidate? That's close. Oh! Excellent shot. Just a little half 10 there. Filling frames does keep the pressure on Bob. This game is not over. Handicap matches change so fast. Gavin has to have this one. And does. Obviously, I don't want to bother him during the matches, but I'm so curious to see if he moved or doesn't know what happened on the 10 pin, on the 6 pins or what. Meanwhile, that's a shot Jana wishes she would have had back. 8-8-, 9-, just 1 or 2 of those. So plus the 72 gives Jana 186 in the 9th. 4 in a row for Gavin. That shot is what really makes things interesting, and this fill ball is going to matter too here. What a game from Bob. I was worried he shot such a nice game in the semifinals. If he'd have anything left in the tank for the title match, I needn't have worried. So Boberski 9 outs here. That's 209. Jana would spare strike for 134. 72 is 206. So especially with that strike, he's put himself in great position. There's a big fill ball for Gavin Yan. Excellent finish. Back 5 gives him 235, which means Gage Baker needs 9 spare strike to win the title by 1 pin. And after a runner-up finish yesterday, Brendan is going to conquer the title match and capture a handicap win to go with what will be a handicap bowler of the year season. What an unlikely story at the start of the year. Strike to win for Baker. You betcha. He has had some tough luck in stepladder and other match play scenarios the last month or so, which, you know, it's hard to say for a guy who's making the ladder every single week, it seems like. But it's been a minute since he had everything go his way in ladders all the way to a victory. And any top level stretch bowler, I think you remember the bad breaks or failures a lot more than you remember the good ones. Well, Gage, savor this one. Just as good a match as their U17 title game. This time it will be 257 to 235, or 250 fill ball. That will humble predicts the 7. No shame in that for Gavin. That 290 game, he was spectacular all day long. Gage able to recover from his gaff with the back. 8 and a 4-9. Good enough. 55 to 35. 2 outstanding bowlers right there. Gage notches number 14, and his head explodes. His head is gone.
So we'll need to take pictures.
Strike in the 10th for Lily. 44 and be quite enough this time, but by a mile her career high performance. Something she can lord over Big Sister for a little while. You happy with this?
Yes, I got a sweet tea.
Oh, well, there we go. We got a double in the 10th, we got 2nd place, and we got sweet tea. The world is
So happy.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Great stuff here at Pahrump. We'll do it from Colorado next week. Mountain Doubles. We are coming for you.